Hi, it's Andy, and today I'm bringing you my March TBR. I will admit, this is not the first time I've tried to film this, but unfortunately the first time I tried to film it, I did not hit record. So I was talking to myself for no reason. So yeah, hopefully this time we're going to get it right. I do not have any readathons happening in March that I'm aware of. None that I've decided to take part in. But I do have, just over here, a pile of books that I would like to get to. So here's hoping that we can get these books onto my TBR based on these prompts. Now I have put the prompts that I picked back in here and I've given it a little more of a shuffle. So let's just get straight into it and get off the first prompt. Okay, so here is the first prompt. It's upside down, of course it is. Why would it be? So it says, read a book with found family. Ooh. So for that, I'm going to choose A Photo Finish by Elsie Silver. This is about Violet Eaton, who you may recognise the name Eaton from the Chestnut Springs series. She is the sister of the guys from Chestnut Springs series. And this is set before all of that. And she's young, I think she's in her early 20s, and she's gone off over the mountains to Gold Rush Ranch to work on a horse racing farm. And she helps with the horses, she's an aspiring jockey, and she meets a bunch of girls who become family, basically. Like, there's a reason she stays there, because she has made her own little family. And yeah, I love this book. This is my favourite in the series, because we have the wounded soldier trope. I don't know if it's a trope, I'm deciding now. That's what it is. It's the wounded soldier trope. Like, he has gone to war, like Bo Eaton from Heartless. He has gone to war, he has come back, he is not the same. And that affects the way he moves through the world. But Violet Eaton is not one to easily be sort of tossed aside. They do meet before this, while Violet is working as I think it's like a cam girl sort of idea, and he's one of her customers. She doesn't know who he is, and he doesn't really know who she is until she starts working there, and suddenly he realises exactly who she is, and that causes a little bit of a stir between them as well. Okay, next up is this one. This one is upside down again. Here we go. Let's see. Read a book based on an A to Z for book title. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand what this means. So I'm going to put this in my note jar. I'm going to put it in my note jar. I missed twice. Right, there we go. It's in the note jar, and we're going to pick again, because I don't understand that, and I don't have ready availability to get to Tori to ask her. But I will ask her, and it may go back in. So, number 2, upside down. Here we go again. So number 2 is read a book that is in any list you find. What? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Tori? In any list you find. What? Okay, this is also going in the note jar. We're doing great. We're doing great. Tori, what are these prompts? Right, okay. So, we're going with... dig in there. We're going with... I've got like 3 prompts in my hand right now. Oh my goodness. Hey, there we go. We're going with this one, which is probably upside down. Hey, I was right. Here we go. Read one of the top 10 highest rated books on your TBR. Right, so I don't have my TBR listed anywhere, which is great. So, my apologies. Top 10 rated... We're having a scrap month. I hope this isn't an omen of the months to come. This is also... Oh. Balls. Okay, we had 2 prompts follow. So these will be prompts 3 and 4. 2 and 3 even. So this one first. This is prompt 2. Read a book that you think you won't want to put down. There we go. That's a prompt I can use. My socks are coming off now. Read a book that you think you won't want to put down. So, let's go to my handy dandy list. Oh, I have 2 in mind. So the 2 that I am going to choose between for this are Apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die and Catch Her If You Can by Tessa Bailey. So both of these I think I will struggle to put down. One, because I'm loving the series from Tessa Bailey, and this because Tori and Vicky both read this month, and I'm so getting FOMO. So yeah, I think both of these are definitely ones that I don't know if I'll be able to put down. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for Sir Cameron. Apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die, because I've been really wanting to reread Assistant to the Villain. I'm holding off because the new book and the last book in the series is coming out in August, and so I'm thinking about rereading the first three closer to the time so that I can go straight into it. So maybe leaving it off for another month or so. So apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die is going to be the book for this prompt. Sir Cameron Needs to Die is about Sir Cameron, as you can imagine, who is way too pretty to die in war. But when it turns out that the only way to defeat this country's nemesis or enemies or whatever it's touted out to be is that Sir Cameron needs to die, and he needs to be killed by the Mad Sorcerer. Now, the Mad Sorcerer doesn't really want to kill him, and so Sir Cameron throws himself in the mercy of the Mad Sorcerer to please keep him alive and please don't let them kill him, and then discovers that maybe he kind of likes the Sorcerer a bit more than he probably should. Just as a gay cozy fantasy, and I hope it's just as ridiculous as Assistant to the Villain. Okay, now this is the other prompt that fell out that I'm using. Oh my goodness, come on. Is it upside down? For goodness sake. There we go. Read a book that intimidates you. Oh, I've got one for this. Easily from this pile. So for this prompt, I will be using The Women by Kristen Hanna. Not only is it a chunky historical fiction, it's almost 500 pages. It's like 470 pages almost. This is about a period of time that I'm not familiar with. So it's about the Vietnam War. And it's also Kristen Hanna. And I have not read another Kristen Hanna book since I read The Nightingale, because The Nightingale wrecked me and I'm so scared to pick up another Kristen Hanna book. So this has been staring at me for longer than it's been on my TBR. Like, I keep seeing it everywhere and people absolutely loving it. And so, yeah, this is definitely intimidating, but hopefully this month we can get it read. The Woman follows Frankie, who is a nurse who deploys out to the Vietnam War. I can't remember if, yes, it's similar to The Warm Hands of Ghosts. So her brother deploys out to fight in the Vietnam War, and so she decides she's going with him. I don't know if it's just to be close to him, to want to protect him, I'm not sure. But she decides that she's going to go as a nurse to the front lines in Vietnam. I know nothing about the Vietnam War, other than the fact that it was probably unnecessary. I really, really don't know anything about it, except that, again, older Americans, like, always talk about being in Nam, and I don't know anything about it. So this is about the female nurses who laid their lives on the line to help keep the men safe and whole and get them home. Righty. Should we just keep going until I get everything I want on my TBR? Should we just do that? I don't know. We'll see. Right. Number 4. Upside down. Stop it. Read a graphic novel. No. The only graphic novels I've got are Heartstopper, and I do want to do a Heartstopper reread at some point, but not right now. So I'm going to take that out. I don't do graphic novels. Oh, this TBR is shaping up to be, or at least the video is shaping up to be chaos incarnate. Right, let's see. Hey, it's the right way around. Read a book that has under 20 chapters. Under 20 chapters? Right, let's see. This is set on the side. Oh, does that say 31? 29. Yep, that's not happening. Where is Cassie Clare when you need her? 21. It's not that I've got 21 chapters, it's that I've seen chapter 21 and therefore it does not have less than 20 chapters. 27. Ooh! I'm an idiot. This is literally sitting right there. Right there. 11, 12, 13, 15, 17. Oh, 17 chapters. So we will be reading To Complete in the month of March. So To Complete is a novella by Ali Hazelwood about game developers, I think. Or game players. It's something to do with gaming. At this point, I'll just buy whatever Ali Hazelwood writes. So I'm not 100% on the synopsis. Right. Let's grab another one. That one. And let's see if I can open this. Upside down? Yep, there we go. So that says, read a book that you meant to read last year. I actually have one book on my TBR that fits that well. One book on my TBR that I've pulled out. And that is The Magician's Land by Lev Grossman. I wanted to reread this series last year, and I think I might have started it last year. Yeah, I started it last year with The Magicians. And then I ended up not reading The Magician King until January. And this is the third and final book. So it is nice and skinny in comparison to the other two. And hopefully I can just get through this quickly and get the series finished. I've read it before. It is a reread. But I did want to read it last year and ended up obviously pulling it over into 2026. So this is the final book, as I said. So telling you the synopsis of this is not really going to help. But The Magicians in general follows a character called Quentin. And Quentin Clearwater is a bit of a dick, I'm not going to lie. He is like the big fish in the small pond when he's in high school. And so he is due to go to these Ivy League universities because he's just better than everybody else. And so he has this interview for one of the universities, but when he gets there, the guy who's supposed to be interviewing him is dead, and the paramedic that shows up hands him a book manuscript that shouldn't exist. Now in this world there is a book series called Fillory and Further, and Fillory is basically Narnia. It's Narnia, but really, really dark. And I mean really, really dark. And Quentin's favourite books while he was growing up were the Fillory books. And he is handed this manuscript of this book. And it is not one of the Fillory books. It is a new Fillory book. But the author has been dead for years. So he's like, what the hell is going on? And so as he's walking, he ends up stumbling somehow into this random place that is no longer New York City. He is at Brakebills, which is a magical university for people like Quentin, because Quentin has access to magic, but he just doesn't know it. And so he sets the test and gets into Brakebills. And so the first book covers his entire career at Brakebills. There is somebody who blurbed this series who says it's like that series, you know, the Magic School series. It is not. It is Narnia. It is not that one. It is Narnia. And so you see the first book covers his entire time at Brakebills and finding out that maybe Fillory isn't as far away as he thinks. And so throughout the books you go on adventures with Quentin and his classmates and people he meets, and it is dark. Like I say every single time, the trigger warnings in this are out the wazoo. If it exists, it is probably a trigger warning in these books. They are dark. And the characters are all really disliked. There's not a redeemable person in these books. They're all awful. But it's kind of fun that they're awful. Like, and the thing is, he knows he's awful. Like, Quentin knows that he's a dick, but he just seems to not be able to help himself. It's that sort of like, kind of intellectual crowd that think they're better than everybody else until they are righteously humbled. That's the kind of vibes we've got going on there. But with magic and Narnia. And yeah, so I love how the last one ended very much like the last battle by C.S. Lewis. Like I say, it is very, very, very much Narnia. And yeah, I'm excited to reread the last one. Okay. Book number, where are we? I don't know how many we're in now. I think number 6. Right, let's see. What is this? Upside down, of course. Read a book with feel-good vibes. I know exactly what I'm choosing for this. Okay, for this prompt, I'm actually going to choose a pre-order that has not come in yet that I just remembered about as I went to pick something else and realised that actually there's a book that I want to read, and that is In Her Own League by Liz Tomfordy. I'm so excited for this book. It is technically not part of the Windy City series, but it follows a character we meet in the Windy City series. And we know from the Windy City series. This follows Monty, who, like I say, we know and love from the Windy City series. And if you've read the Windy City series, you probably know where this is going. They are romance books, so as you can imagine, but it's technically, it's not actually part of the Windy City series. It is a spin-off, I think, a standalone spin-off, but there's also another, in Rewind It Back, there was another series kind of hinted at, or like started off, because we know that there's going to be another series and who it's going to be following. So in Her Own League, I don't know if this is going to be a bridge book or just like a standalone story, but I literally messaged Liz40 and asked, I begged for a Monty story. And Monty is getting his story, and I'm so excited. So excited. So In Her League by Liz40 is going to be the one for this book. Next. I think we're on book 6, and that is going to be this one. Ooh, we're upside right. That does not make sense. Read a backlist book is what this says. Backlist book. I don't think I have a backlist book in here. Oh, I do. That's a lie. Old Flames and New Fortunes by Sarah Hogle. This has been out for a little while, and first published in 2024. So I think this counts as a backlist book. I had this on my wish list for so long, and it just wasn't getting bought for like birthdays or Christmases, and eventually somebody did get me it for Christmas, I believe. I think my mum, maybe? I don't know. Somebody who got me like a bunch of books, because there's no note in this. But yes, this is I'm assuming magical realism by Sarah Hogle. I think it's a magical realism. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I loved Sarah Hogle's other books, so I bought this without actually looking at the synopsis. But yeah, so it's a magical town of Moonville, and it's a romance, and that's all I need to know, honestly. Okay, we're down to 5 books that I need to get on my TBR. So let's do this. 5 more pulls to see if we can manage it. And this is not even including any of the ebooks I've got, which is terrible. So let's see. Oh, upside down as always. Read a novella. Gosh. Okay, I don't actually have a novella on my TBR at all, so that's going in the note pile. Right. Come on. Fast, Andy. Fast. Make haste. So this one is read a book published before 2020. I was about to be like, I've already had that prompt for this, but no, that's the time I was trying to do it the first time, and I didn't record. So for that, I'm going to use Definitely Dead, which is I think what I used in the first time. This is the 7th book in the Sookie Stackhouse True Blood Southern Vampire Mysteries series. Follows Sookie Stackhouse, who is a barmaid with a twist. She has telepathy, and well, vampires have just come out of the coffin, and Sookie's introduced to a whole new world that she did not know was right under her nose. I love the series. There's mystery, there's murder, there is paranormal romance, there's all these different creatures that exist, and Sookie, as you are getting to know them, so is Sookie, so you really get to see it from a fresh set of perspective. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, we're going to speedrun this. I did not bring my Kindle up, so I can't even pick any ebooks. I'm just going to have to hope that it works, that I get some read. Okay, what does this say? Read a book published this year. Easy. Easy peasy. I'm going to go with Catch Her If You Can by Tessa Bailey. This is the 5th book in the... I don't know what it's called. Big Shots series, I think it is. The first one is Fangirl Down. And this is I thought book 3 was going to be the last one, then I thought book 4 was going to be the last one, but there's a book 5. And look at this pretty edges. I didn't know it was coming with edges. So this book follows 2 characters from me in the 4th book, and they are friends of the female main character from the 4th book. So we're moving slightly off of the people we know from the books before. And basically she needs health benefits, and so she marries, Eva is her name, and she marries Madden for the benefits, but maybe they actually kind of like each other, and maybe the marriage is not so fake. I feel like now we're cooking with gas. We've only got 3 books to get on the TBR. Let's go. Boom. What does it say? Oh my goodness. It says, read a book that features music. Oh. Things are coming up handy. Heartstrings by Ivy Fairbanks. This is the sequel, or like the companion sequel to Morbidly Yours. And this is the main character's best friend from the first book. The female main character's best friend from the first book. And she comes over to visit her in the first book and ends up hooking up with this guy, who then drops off the face of the earth because he gets a music deal. Because he is a musician. And then he realises, actually I made a mistake, and comes crawling back, trying to get back into her good graces, and she's like, you're going to have to prove yourself if you want back in my good graces. I'm so excited. Things are, like, I feel like I'm speeding up a little bit because things are coming up in my, on my side. Whew, we're moving fast now, I'm excited, and when I'm excited, I get fast, I think. I might be talking at the same speed, but I feel like I'm getting excited. Right, let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come here. Oh, I thought I grabbed one. There we go. Right. What does it say? Is it upside down? It's upside down. There we go. Read a book that's written in third person. Third person. Oh no, this is first person. So this is one of the books I want to get on. And this is the other book I want to get on my TBR. So, this is also a me. Oh. I'm going to have to go get my Kindle. Making sure I press record before I start yapping. Right, let me have a look at my Kindle. And what we could potentially read. Oh, I'm out of breath. I'm going upstairs. Okay, the first one I tried. We are going to be reading The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert. I was thinking about this book the other day because I was looking through my shelves for another video that I'm thinking about making, which is disability in books. And Talia Hibbert obviously has disability rep in her Brown Sisters trilogy. And I believe this character is also if this is what I think it is, I think this is the sequel to The Princess Trap, and it is, oh sorry that's shiny, and it follows the sister of the main character from that, who has, oh what's it called, sickle cell anemia. So the main character in this, if it is the book I'm thinking of, has sickle cell anemia. So that's why I was thinking about it, because I was thinking about disability in books specifically. I pulled up my romance novels that have disability rep in them. Just for a wee thing of what might be coming. Oh my god, stop shining it at the ring light like that. Or that's the ring light. That's the room light. And then there's the second ring light. I am lit up from all directions. Yes, so The Roommate Risk, again, if it's the right book that I'm thinking of, follows the sister from the main character from The Princess Trap. And I'm not entirely sure what else happens. Again, this is one I've had on my shelf for ages, or on my Kindle for ages, but I want to read the first one first. So, we shall see when we see. Right, 2 more books to try and get on the TBR. 2 more books. Let's see. This one. Oh, I'm going to end up with prompts all over the floor, aren't I? Right. Upside down. Read a book that has been on your TBR the longest. No. This is a note, but it's not going to my no pile. It's just this. I really want to get these on. And one is a reread and one is a new book. So I'm just going to put this to the side and I'm going to put it back in once I've finished. So, yeah. This is my game. I will choose prompts as I like them. Ta-da! Is this upside down? Yes. I have to refocus on the back of it to see if it's upside down because I can't read it in that. There we go. Read a book from your yearly friend pick challenges. I'm not doing that, so that needs to go in the note pile. Come on. Right. Although in saying that, there's a book on here that was recommended by Becca, so I could have probably used that as that, but I'm trying to stay true to the prompts. Right. Let us see. It is upside down again. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Read a book with LGBTQIA plus characters. Amazing. Amazing. Because the book I was just talking about that was recommended by Becca is the Book of Blood and Roses. And this is a sapphic vampire hunter book. Yes. So this is a story about a vampire hunter who's sent to basically a vampire academy and has to roommate with a vampire. And yeah, she's undercover at the university, at the vampire academy. And they obviously fall in love because it is a sapphic fantasy romance. And I'm so excited. Also, can we just appreciate how pretty this book is? That was perfect. That was so well timed. That was so well timed. Okay, so we just somehow need to get Red Queen onto my TBR, and I have fulfilled what I came here to do, which is to get all the books I pulled out onto my TBR. Now, will I read all these books? I don't know, but these are the books that I have that are calling to me, and so these are the books I'm trying to read. Right, last prompt. Last prompt, please, 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 please let Red Queen find this. Is it upside down? Yes, sorry, excuse me, pardon me. Read a book by an author that is younger than you. How old is Victoria Aveyard? Well, let's find out. I'm 33. Let's Google Victoria Aveyard. Please, please. No! Oh! Guys, she's 35! Oh, we were so close! We were so close! That's upsetting. That is upsetting. Right, I've pulled Love at First Night off my shelves. Let's see if Megan Clausen is younger than me. I've got a feeling she's like 27. Let me just see. Yes. Okay. Megan Clausen is 25 this year. So she's younger than me. So it looks like we're adding Love at First Night onto my TBR. This is another one where I've just been putting it off, putting it off, and putting it off. But it does mean we have to go again to try and get Red Queen on my TBR. Am I playing Danger Games in March? Possibly. Right, come on. We can do it. We can do it. We can do this. Come on. It's upside down, isn't it? There we go. Read a book over 300 pages. It's got to be. It's got to be. Yes, 383 pages. Just a cover so there's no spoilers, but 383 pages. Fantastic, amazing, beautiful. We got them all on my TBR. So this means we can get Red Queen on my TBR. This book has been haunting my nightmares because of Powerless by Lauren Roberts, because the Lauren Roberts book is I've not read it because I DNF'd it 20 pages in because Kai was insufferable and a misogynist and I was not there for it. So people online, from what I'm saying, are saying that Powerless is basically a rip from Red Queen, like close enough that there's a very high probability that there's plagiarism. Now again, I've not read it, so I can't say what my opinion is. This is just what I have seen online, to the point where Victoria Aveyard, now bear in mind, this book was published in 2015. And Powerless came out, last year, the year before, 2023, at the earliest, really, I think. It came out the last few years. And Victoria Aveyard has been hounded. And I mean hounded. I saw some of the abuse she was getting, and it was unreal. But she was getting absolutely piled on for plagiarising Powerless. Do we see the slight problem there? Did she build a time machine, go back 10 years, and plagiarise it? No. That's where I'm thinking, like, people who are big fans of Powerless were jumping on Victoria Aveyard saying that Red Queen plagiarised Powerless. So this is where I'm saying that it sounds like Powerless, and also other people who are then saying, whoa, this was written before it. But yeah, Powerless apparently has lifted actual text from this, and I think Hunger Games. I'm not sure. I have seen people talking about it. Again, I've not read it. I cannot confirm. I'm just telling you what other people have said. Like lifted passages directly from other books without quoting them. So yeah, that's a bit dodgy. But again, I've not read it. I don't know. But like I say, 20 pages into Powerless, and I DNF'd it because Kai can go jump in a cactus. So Red Queen follows Mare. Oh my god. See? Even the names, that's the fucking person from Powerless, is it not? No, it's pain. I don't know. Names are names. So Mare is a red. And what that means is she's the lowest sort of caste in this system. The silvers are on top, the reds are on bottom, and that's really, to be fair, the only two. The silvers have powers and abilities that run in their silver blood, but when Maven accidentally falls into the fighting pit, when they're having this competition for who will be the next queen, she does not die like she's supposed to, because Maven, although she's red, she has powers, and it turns out the world is a lot more complex than we know, or that Mare knows, and she gets dragged into this power struggle between the silvers and the reds, and yeah, I love this book. I am wanting to reread it, and I've decided, you know what, because people are still talking about Powerless, I'm going to read the OG and read Red Queen again. Okay, I'm risking my life for you here. Here's the pile of books. Here's the pile of books that I am going to try and read in the month of March. Plus, obviously, what's on my Kindle, and then anything else to take my fancy. It's barely fitting in the screen. There we go. I am I've nearly collapsed this pile on me several times, so be appreciative. I am excited to read all of these books, so that is a very good start. I'm not entirely sure how much page-wise this is, but I will maybe pop it up above me how many pages are in here. Apologies, Edit and Andy, if you've not worked that one out yet. If you've read any of these, let me know. If you're excited about any of these, want to hear my opinions, just watch for vlogs and things. And yeah, I'm going to put these down now. Oh, my wrists. They are sore. Hopefully I will have more time to read in March, because I'm currently not allowed to go to the gym because I have, my surgical wound has reopened. And no, I've not had surgery. I had surgery in June or July. I forget. I think it was July. June or July. And that surgical wound has reopened. Halloween, yes. Thank you. Not really. So I am still due to have surgery, which I'm hoping will be soon. Obviously things are getting worse because it's reopened again. I need to get the bigger surgery to fix the damage, fix the actual problem, because the emergency surgery was just to kind of patch it. So yeah, I am due to have surgery, hopefully at some point. I will be working from home in April if I'm not recovering from surgery, so we'll see how that goes, but that's irrelevant. So yes, I'm due to have surgery. I'm not allowed to go to the gym. So I've got Wednesdays and Saturdays now to read that I didn't have before because I would be at the gym. And then I also have, if I have my surgery in March, which I kind of hope I do, it also means that I won't be at work because I'll be recovering from surgery, and that means hopefully I can just sit and read. So send surgical vibes. In fact, do you know what? The emoji of the video is anything to do with surgical, hospitals, doctors, anything you think is remotely like surgical, doctory, hospital-y, put it in the comments and just send vibes of like you're getting surgery, just please. Because I really need the surgery. I really need the surgery. Anyway, thanks so much for watching and, you know, being involved in the chaos. I don't know how this video is going to come out, but it is definitely been chaos on this end. Yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.